So welcome back everyone, Zach here. Today we're going to try and pull this log out right behind me here quick. That way we have all the ones from last weekend pulled up towards the house, and we'll give a quick rundown of the new chainsaw I bought this weekend and my first impressions on that. So we'll get right into it today. Enough of me talking. Let's get to it. So here it is, the brand new Husqvarna chainsaw that I purchased this weekend to replace the MS250 that I ran straight gas through and killed. So I got a 550 XP. It's a professional model right at 50 cc's. The MS250 was a 50 cc saw, and I really liked the weight class that one and this one are in. I didn't feel that I needed anything bigger or heavier at this point. I ended up going with the Husqvarna over the Stihl just because the local shop was running a special or sale price on these, about $80 cheaper than what the Stihl was, and I'm not super brand loyal to one or the other. I think they both make great saws. Both of Stihl's 261 and this 550 XP come with the electronic, either M-tronic for Stihl or auto-tune for Husqvarna. They both run 10.8 pounds. They both are a 50 cc engine. They both put out like 3.5 or 3 3/4 horsepower. Both will run a 16/18 20-inch bar, so pretty much fits the bill for whatever I'm looking to do at this point. It is extremely well balanced compared to the MS250, which always just felt just a hair, clunky in your hands. So without any further waiting, we're gonna fire this thing up, get through some of this wood, get our first impressions on the saw, see how it cuts. For everyone who was heckling me on the last video, I have my chaps sitting here behind me, I have my eye protection, I have my ear muffs, so you can't yell at me this time. I'll put it all on, shut everyone up. So without any further waiting, let's get to it. So here's a closer look at the saw. It's all magnesium casing and all that fun shit. Flippy caps and stuff. Purge bulb. 18-inch bar. The nice electronic start. So that's full choke. That's throttle lock, which I guess is an equivalent of a half choke. Take that off with one squeeze of the trigger and hold it down to stop it. Does have a decompression valve up top. I don't think I'll ever need to use that. Adjustable oiler, so I have that cranked up all the way here for the, first couple tanks. Nice little sight gauge in the gas tank. So we're gonna fire this thing up and get to it. So we got through all but one log. I don't want to cut that one right now. It's covered in mud and I've already managed to somehow dull 2 chains. I don't know. I think I was just hitting a bunch of dirt and debris on the bark from dragging them up the driveway, but I was very careful not to run the chain down into the ground at all. And the one, I was cutting up one of these big sections and about halfway through it dulled, it gave up. You could instantly tell that it was not cutting and grabbing the same. So it's yeah, we'll have to sharpen those up and see where that gets us. As far as then my first impressions of the 550 XP, absolutely love it. It's more well balanced and cuts a heck of a lot smoother than the old MS250 did, which I fully expect, being a newer saw, being an updated saw, being a professional series saw over the homeowner MS250 saw. So that being said, I couldn't be happier with it. It seems to really want to rev up and go and sit up high in the RPM range. It took as much force as I really wanted to give it without really bogging down. If I really, put all my strength into it, yeah, I could get it to bog and stop, but I think as it gets another couple tanks of gas through it and really starts to open itself up and break in, that's gonna go away and it'll just blow through whatever I ask it to do. So I couldn't be happier with it. One of the most impressive things that I like about this, and I would have got that with any saw, but the air injection, whatever they're trying to market, where the flywheel kind of separates the dust that it picks up with centrifugal force or centrifugal force, and ejects that out the side and gets just fresh, clean air to the air filter. I did pop the cover off, and I can't find a speck of sawdust in there, and that was one of my biggest complaints with the Stihl and the MS250, was that I felt like after a day of using it that the air filter was covered in dust and clogged up again, and just constantly needed cleaning or needing a new one, and it just got tiring. But yeah, as far as that saw goes, I loved it. It was great. So I'm sure you'll see plenty of more videos with it in them, and I'm sure I'll do maybe a 6-month or 1-year update with how it's running and if I've had any complaints or troubles with it or anything. But at this point, I'm super pleased with it. So until next time, and until the next video, if you like these, please hit the subscribe button, and that way you'll get notifications when the next one comes out, and can keep watching me do whatever it is I'm trying to do up here. So until next time, have a great one, everyone. See you later.